Slavery. This ugliness ended hundreds of years ago, right? Well, sad to say, this isn't true. According to Kevin Bales, founder of Free the Slaves, by even the most conservative estimates, there are at least 27 million people living in slavery today. People are enslaved today on every continent, in every country in the world. While the vast majority of slaves are living in Asia, there are slaves across the African continent, in Latin America, even the so-called advanced countries of Europe and North America. And keeping count is difficult because each year as many as 1 million people are trafficked across international borders. Slavery used to be simple. It involved open ownership and papers to prove it. But the new slaveries presented slavery in a new and harder to detect form. There is child debt slavery, child labor, domestic servants forced to work endless hours for little pay, and even children forced into marriage. These examples may not fit your mental image of slavery, but be clear, they involve force, lack of basic human rights, and the threat of violence. Bibi is an example. Faced with tremendous poverty in her native Malaysia, her family agreed to sign her over to an agent who promised to find her safe and respectable work in a wealthy person's house. They sent Bibi off to a better life, but in reality she was forced into labor in a clothing factory where she worked up to 17 hours a day. A fire at the factory which killed 20 children landed Bibi in the burn unit of a local hospital, where nurses alerted authorities and she returned to her family. Many slaves are children. Tens of thousands are forced to risk their lives in dangerous mineral mines in Latin America. Others are living in broken shacks and put to work from dawn to dusk in the cocoa fields of West Africa. But many others are adult, often young women, who are sold into brothels and sexually exploited. This industry alone is thought to be valued at more than $32 million a year, and the victims see almost none of that money. And so on, and so on.